No Man's Sky, a game that went from this to this. Released in 2016, No Man's Sky was surrounded by excitement, anticipation, and most of all, incredible hype, promising more than 18 quintillion planets to explore, then finally being tossed into the hands of its eagerly awaiting consumers to just not be good. Like, at all. It was barren, lackluster, and missing almost more than half of what the developers and Sean Murray promised. Well, that was 2016, and my goodness has No Man's Sky changed since its release. Gently milk?
What? I'm sorry?
I milked them?
What?
I have craw milk? With more than 21 major updates, over 70 patches, and even more content rolling out as the game continues to be live, with thousands of players, new and old, exploring the farthest reaches of space, many people have been asking the question, is No Man's Sky worth playing in 2023? After all, it's an open-world space game with a procedurally generated universe waiting to be explored, whether that be by yourself or with a party of up to 4 friends. So I went ahead and jumped back into No Man's Sky, both solo and with a friend, to let you know if you need to give this game another chance. The only fair way for me to do this is to start a brand new adventure. Now, to my surprise, this game gives you a lot of options when starting a new character. You have the normal difficulty, relaxed, creative, create your own rules, which are surprisingly extensive, like, holy that's nice. Survival and an expedition, which are content-focused story beats that are dropped with each update, allowing you to play with other players and experience a special piece of content. I went ahead and just chose normal since I wanted the intended experience, and let me tell you, the experience was experiencing. I didn't mean to shoot you. Oh, whoa, wait, yo, I don't like the, I mean, not the, I don't like the creature looks like, the creature looks like, I don't like it. Sorry. Oh, I'm sorry. I don't like this. I feel uncomfortable. Get away from me. I'm not gonna lie to you here. The first 1 to maybe 2 hours of No Man's Sky's intro is really boring. But stay with me because I promise you this game gets a lot better. Because what other game lets you name an anteater bear porcupine thing Timmy? This game does. You start with the basic tutorial, how to move, use a jetpack, scan for materials, you get the picture. Your first goal is to fix a spaceship that you have found crashed on this planet with you. With no memory as to who you are, where you are, or how you even got here, the story of No Man's Sky throws you into a self-discovery adventure. Sure, you may want to just get into space right away and start doing all these fun activities that you saw in the latest trailer, but you gotta earn those wings first. It isn't until around an hour of learning how to do the basics for movement and flying with your now repaired ship that you start building your first base on a planet that you don't even want to be on. Oh my god, constructing bases, shelters, hearth and why do I have to do this now? This is the first thing I have to do is make a base. I don't want to do this. I get that base building is an important core feature for No Man's Sky, but something about having to place a base on a planet that you don't like just hurts my gamer brain. I really didn't want to be here for my base. I don't want to do base building right now. This isn't even a planet that I want to stay on. But don't worry, you can always change your base in the future easily, so don't get into the whole building process that much. I did the bare minimum and I moved on. Once all of that is done, you are free to fly up into space, skip over to the next galaxy and start exploring. Eventually, once you follow the main story beats that guide you into your next solar system, you're introduced into the Space Anomaly, which is just a multiplayer hub, and this hub lets you get new quests, points of interest, and more game mechanics. You're also allowed to play with friends now.
They spawned me in space.
We're gonna fly over you.
Yo, what is that?
I don't know. It just gave me its phone number.
Oh, let me write that down.
After greeting my friend Andrew in space, we wanted to explore the nearby planet to see what we could find. Really that much to do here?
Yeah, there really isn't.
To be fair, we did land on a planet that was practically the equivalent of the Arizona desert. So before we headed back into the anomaly to start a quest, I needed some oxygen to keep my life systems online, and thank God Andrew had some.
Okay, how do I transfer, like, not all of it?
Give me all of it?
Alright.
4,239? We decided to start on a quest that has tasked with taking down a horde of creatures, which sounds pretty easy for a first-time quest to make. With it selected and ready to go, Andrew joined my squad, we flew out from the base, talked to the person in distress, and descended to make landfall on the planet. Oh, there's the worm.
What?
You don't see that giant worm that just flew by? Oh, there's multiple.
they're
I
everywhere.
don't know if we should be here. Before we even tried to possibly fight those giant worms, Andrew and I had other plans. Come here.
Some of them like to like fly along the ground, so like if he drops down.
Come here. Oh, there's a little interactive animal. Gently milk.
What? I'm sorry?
I milked them.
You what?
I have crawl milk.
Let me have a sip.
Adopt his companion. There he is. All right, I'm gonna name him Glurmp. He looks like a Glurmp. After taming Glurmp and making sure he was properly fed and pet, God, could you imagine petting that? Slimy or squishy? I'm gonna say slimy. We refocused our efforts on the task at hand, fighting the giant worms. It's right there.
Yeah, right there doesn't help.
It's literally inside of the tree. It's the giant ball right there.
It is not showing up for me.
The only problem, for some reason, is that Andrew couldn't see them.
I'll believe you and just follow you.
Oh!
What?
Do you not see that?
No.
You're telling me you don't see these giant worms looking at me?
Talking about the plants? Like this thing?
No, this.
Yeah, I don't see any of that. I'm not gonna lie.
Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god.
Something now, it's loading in a little bit.
Once we defeated them, well, mostly me, Andrew stood there shooting at God knows what. We collected the giant egg that the worms dropped, got into our ships, and visited the social hub to cash in our mission. So that mission was a cool experience, but for Andrew it bugged out. The thing with No Man's Sky is that everything you can do in single player, you can do in multiplayer, but sometimes the spawning of objects is a bit off. Kinda like how ships sometimes fly into planets. Who are these people? Who's the one in the middle? That one looks cool. Are they like going through this? Where are they going? This guy's gonna crash right into us.
Cool.
This guy's gonna go. This guy's going right into us. Well, after hanging out with Andrew, fighting some more creatures, looking at his practically empty super ship. Wow.
It definitely needs some work.
What do you mean?
I don't know what the hell.
The furniture looks great in here. It looks like he just moved in for college. And exploring a desolate freighter that felt like dead space, I decided it was time to go back into my own world and continue the story missions. I played for around 4 hours flying back and forth from mission marker to mission marker, and I was getting into the groove of the game. And then something happened while I was searching through ancient ruins. Dude, is there a ball up here? What's this? Gravatino. Oh, that's right. I forgot. Oh, I forgot my Gravatino balls. I got chased by local space cops and I booked it out of there. What I didn't know is that this was going to evolve into an entire space fight with the authorities above the planet. Oh, come on. One that I had to keep fighting or else I was going to die. At the end of all the bloodshed, I was awarded with an item. Probe archive for lost interceptors. It told me to warp towards a new system to acquire a sentinel object. Sounds pretty good, so I wasted no time and I warped on over and zipped towards the planet, almost shaving a mountain in half. Oh my god, there's a whole hill. And I noticed there was something different about this planet. One, it had mountains and hills, but two, it made everything pink and purple. The entire spaceship is pink. So this planet had to be special, right? I was a little bit confused as to where the quest marker wanted me to go. Signal trace detected, reaches final position to acquire salvage. Is it inside the mountain? It feels like it's inside the mountain. There's a little thingy right here. Can I park my spaceship right here? So I landed the ship and dug towards the objective. Where the am I going? I dug for 5 minutes straight, and at some point, I felt like maybe I didn't need to be making this so complicated. Like it was on the other side of the mountain and I could have just flown over there. Was this ship just on the other side of the mountain? Is that what I'm figuring out right now? I'm just digging through the mountain for no reason. Eventually, I saw the light. Oh! It was just simply on the other side of the cliff. I didn't have to go through the wall. Why did I dig through the entire mountain? It turns out that this ship crash landed here, and it was my job to get it back up and running again. I didn't know if I was going to actually be able to keep the ship, so I just carried on with the mission, going back and forth with what the game told me to do while collecting some very valuable materials. Yo! Because there was no way they were just gonna hand me the keys to this really cool ship, right? Wrong. turns out spending 20 minutes going back and forth trying to fix a ship that I had to Google 3 times to make sure I wasn't messing anything up, and it turns out that the part I was using wasn't the right one, and I had to offer a computer brain to an altar. Jeez, God, I gave myself a headache here. Why was this so confusing for me? Anyways, I got the ship.
Oh my God. This ship is ridiculous.
After admiring the beauty of my new vessel, the game decided to spit out a fugitive for me to test my newfound weaponry on. This guy's worth $144,000. Really quickly, loot geck Noctool. Yeah, you're coming home with me, buddy. And things were looking up for me, and my new ship. And if you thought that there was a lot that I've shown already in the first couple of hours into No Man's Sky, oh boy, this next section, it's just content after content, so just get ready for that. Also get ready for more videos with a like and subscribe so you don't miss any in the future. I took a different turn away from the normal missions and the main story and decided to do my own thing. I found this spaceship drifting in orbit around a planet, which led me on a spree of things to do. And that orbiting ship gave me coordinates that allowed me to find another crash ship. I fought some sentinels who did not like me there, activated a beacon that brought me to a huge space battle that I was not ready for. What? What? Oh God. Oh no. What's up, guys? Jesus Christ! Holy. When it comes to maneuvering things like this. Wait. I'm in a situation where I might be. I thought I was prepared. I'm not prepared. It's like Han Solo flying through the asteroid field right now. And it got so bad, as in I could have died, that I had to flee from the battle. So I kept flying away until I could just warp out of that battle into a family reunion? Who are these guys? Who are you? I went inside that ship, I said hi, and left because he was charging way too much for that cruiser.
I ain't got that money, what do you mean?
I headed towards a space station, browsed some goods, and warped over to the next galaxy, and this warp has got to be the most interesting warp I have gotten in this game.
Rig it in front of me?
Which led me to more combat.
Are we fighting in the rings of a planet right now? Why?
I was gonna die here, so I took evasive maneuvers.
Don't worry, don't worry. We will recharge the shield soon. I'm just gonna fly through the asteroid belt. No one will know. Is this a space station?
Well, look at that. I found an outlaw space station, and after initiating myself with the locals, gaining a cool new helmet cosmetic.
Oh, yo, that is dope.
I was ready to smuggle drugs and circuits for them.
Don't do it.
Sure. They gave me a forged passport to get by certain places legally, and I was off, flying towards the next system and landing down on the planet to deliver the goods while trying not to look like a space pirate.
Hello, Sentinel. Hello, Mr. Cop. I'm not doing anything bad. Why do I have this hoodie on? It's a fashion choice. I'm not a pirate.
I handed over the goods and left without a trace. I thought the game would calm down after returning to the pirate space system, but I jumped out of hyperspace and immediately I had to save a whole fleet from opposing space pirates.
Say one more minute.
I defeated the pirates, and the dude just gave me his frigate and fleet.
You're asking me to just take this freighter for free? This thing looks like a giant, like, shake weight.
All right then. Jesus Christ, this game just keeps going, huh? I found an anomaly a few light miles, yards, some measurement of distance away from the frigate, and while flying towards a new planet that I saw, I got scanned by local authorities.
Oh. Illegal cargo detected.
And they found some illegal cargo?
Oh, that's my forged passport. I forgot to cash that in.
Since I didn't want to get into a fight, I just gave him my forged passport, thinking that would work.
The goddamn government, I swear to f***ing God.
Oh, I am still upset over this. I kept flying around the space caps, doing my best to stay alive long enough to spawn in the anomaly to get myself out of this situation.
10 seconds. Please. My shields are at 0. Please. Please. Oh, what the f*** is that? Let me in. Let me in. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God.
Safe at last. I ran out of my ship and I just sat down with some other players. And this was the moment I realized that No Man's Sky was a really special game. I just experienced all of that in 1 hour of playtime. Overall, at this point, I've already spent 5 hours exploring space and completing missions left and right. I thought to myself, man, this game is ridiculous now. I went on to play more than 15 hours of No Man's Sky, and wow, you just need to play this game. I just kept finding things to do every turn of every new space system I explored. I also have found myself coming back to the weekly missions that they provide at the end of every weekend. Just a fun event for players to take part of and explore a system together. And speaking of events, those expeditions I mentioned at the start of the video, simply put, expeditions are timed events in which you embark on galactic trips from one specific point in the galaxy to another. They encompass several challenges and achievements exclusive to each named expedition, which usually come out during a new update to the game. They reward players who take the time to complete them with cosmetic rewards usable in their own save file. With all of these features, the several main story missions, countless side missions, and extensive base building that I really haven't explored but others have. Look at that. That's super cool. No Man's Sky has really shaped out to become one of the biggest comebacks in history for gaming. A game that went from utter disappointment to incredible content jam-packed in every update. And yeah, sure, the game still has some bugs here and there, and the tutorial is still a bit boring and out of date with the rest of the game. But the beauty behind a game like this is that if you were to put it down, you can easily pick it back up again. You can play for a couple of minutes or several hours. You can just turn your brain off and not worry about anything. It's quite simply the best relaxation game. Or not if you fight creatures for bounties. There is always something to do, which is hard to say about most games in today's world. And in this video, I only played around 2% of what the game has to offer. I didn't want to show any spoilers because I want you to experience on your own, but god damn, there is so much in this game. I think it's safe to say that No Man's Sky is a game that everyone should give another chance or play for the first time, especially since they just keep updating the game over and over. I genuinely don't know when they're gonna stop. So if you have a friend or simply it's a weekend night and you have no plans, give No Man's Sky another shot. And while you're at it, go ahead and give my other videos a shot. Okay, bye.